My problem, my father, my mom, my sister, no, no, no. No importa, María Isabel.
Okay, ask her what she called Uber. Okay, when I give it to her, she will get Uber, right?
No, ya me baño conociendo.
No, weren't there with me. Here you go. Take it. No.
Sí, acá está.
Yeah, it's just small bills.
Él contó.
Yeah.
Faltaban 50.000, pero no importa.
As you can see, this video is about extortion in Medellin, Colombia. Follow along.
Hey, you watching, man? Right now, you're watching dcbornrob on YouTube. Make sure to hit like and subscribe.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. My name is dcbornrob, DC Rob. I answer to them all. Thank you guys for watching. Again, in my effort to keep you guys safe, I have a new story for you. I get a lot of people reaching out throughout the week, passing on information and stories, and this is one that I wanted to get to you right away. And so we're going to get into a conversation with Tony in a second. But again, if you ever get any benefit out of my videos, do me a favor, go down and hit the subscribe button, click the bell to be alerted of any new videos, and like. Like helps the YouTube algorithm. The more you hit like, the more people get to see these videos. Let's just jump into the interview now. Again, this is on extortion. Guys, you got to be careful.
Okay, guys, so I told you I have a special guest with us today. Today, I have Tony. Welcome to the show, Tony.
How you doing, DC Rob?
Doing well, man. You're one of my regulars for a long time, so I appreciate you reaching out. And so everybody else knows, I get a lot of stories that come to me weekly. I get 2 or 3 good stories weekly. Some I want to pass on, and some I hold off until later, or some little sketchiness to it. So Tony and I have been going back and forth a few times over the past few days. We were speaking about another gentleman, and before he left for his trip, I tell him, be careful. And I tell all you guys is be careful. So Tony, let me ask you a couple of quick questions first, and then I'll let you just take the story away. So how old are you, first of all?
I'm 57 years old.
Okay, and where are you from?
I'm from Michigan, Detroit,
okay,
Michigan.
You may need to speak up a little bit because my sound is a little bit low, and I want to make sure it gets your voice well. So again, I told Tony before this trip, make sure you be careful, and then he sent me a text once he got there. So I will let you tell the story from beginning to end. And just briefly, he met somebody online, and he'll go over the details, and I'll ask a couple of questions. They've been talking online for about a year. He went down there to finally meet her, and then the story begins. So Tony, it's your show. You tell us what happened.
Okay, what happened was I met this young lady on Facebook. Okay, I'm just gonna give her a name called Angel. I'm not gonna give her her real name, but you just call her nickname Angel. And me and this woman was talking. She's from Montezales. It's like a 6-hour drive from Medellin. And me and her have been talking for about a year. I mean, many text messages, many videos, live chats, everything. I mean, we became like really close online. And she sent me hundreds of pictures, and she seemed like she was really a nice young lady, you know. And we used to talk about, well, I said, you know what, I'm coming to Medellin in September. And that was like months before, you know, I told her that I was coming. And every month that passed, you know, it was getting closer to September, the more excited that we became. So I do have a YouTube channel also too. So we decided we was going to do a series called Love Without Borders. Okay. And so she was really excited about it. She was going to take me around town to the botanical gardens, you know, Guatapé. We was going to hit all these places to do content together. And she was really, really excited about it. So September comes around, I tell her I'm on my way, and she was just really just happy. Just really just overjoyed, just really happy. And when I got here to Medellin, I let her know I was here. And she was really excited. She's like, oh my God, he's here, really here. So she said, I'm coming right now. So what happened was, for some reason, she kept getting the information mixed up where I was. And I thought she was kind of playing games a little bit. So we decided to see each other that day, the first day that I got there. So the next day, she gives me her friend's phone number. Okay, WhatsApp number. And her friend kind of like, okay, we want to come and see you for your birthday. So I sent them I sent for them with an Uber. So the next day, like around 7:00, they both come here at the hotel. And she was there. I mean, it was just amazing. She came she actually ran to me, and I grabbed her and I hugged her. And, it was like, okay, everything is going great. Everything is going really well. So I say, today's my birthday. Let's go ahead to the patio and get some food. So me and her other friend, we go out there to the patio and we start ordering food. I'm going to tell you, I was really nervous because I remember we talked about 2 girls. It's like usually, it's not a good idea to have 2, But the hotel, one thing I like about the hotel here, they have very good hotel security. They took their names and their IDs and scanned them and everything to make sure they were legit. So the evening went extremely well. We were dancing, taking pictures, taking photos. We all got into the swimming pool. And then after they got into the swimming pool, they went into the gym because we have a gym here also. So everything was going extremely well, extremely well. So her friend wasn't able to get into the room because they only allow 1 visitor in a room, which I think that probably worked out for the best anyway. So I sent her friend back home on the Uber. So she said she's staying with me. She had her bag and everything. So we get into the elevator. She's holding my arm and she's really excited. She's kissing me all on my face. So we got to the hotel room. We get there. I show her the shower, the room. I show her where the sinks and the closets, and I say, make yourself at home. So everything was great. Everything was fine. So she sits down, put her bag down. And then we get a little comfortable. We sit around, we have a little bit to drink. She goes into the bathroom and then she comes back out. And then she started just standing there. Then all of a sudden she just started just profusely crying. Just crying. So I was like, wait, what's going on here? Why are you doing this? And she just like uncontrollably just crying. So I put my arms around her and she was like crying on my shoulder. And then she was like kind of screaming off words. And it began to progress and get worse, and it got worse, and it got worse. And I didn't feel safe with her anymore. So I said, either you calm down, or either I'm going downstairs to get security, And she said, I heard some of the words that she was saying. Well, he said, you could go get security. I'm calling the police, And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, what? I mean, DC Rob, this happened in a matter of seconds. I mean, her attitude just changed just like that. So I was scared. I was really scared. So I left out of my room while she was in here, got to the elevator, went downstairs to the lobby. I said, I need security right away. I got somebody in my room that's just really making me feel very uncomfortable, and I want her to leave. So the motel manager, he called on the walkie-talkie, and he called the security guy. The security guy came around. He asked me what was going on. I said, I got someone in my room that's totally crazy. I don't know what's wrong with her, but I really want for her to leave because she's making me feel very nervous. DC Rob, man, she looked like the devil, man. Because we went back upstairs and the lights were off in the room. When we came in and security came back to the room, we turned on the lights. It was like she was crying, like black tears was coming down her eyes. And I was like, oh my God. I was just totally scared. So, okay, that's what happened. I'll let you, ask other questions.
Okay, so first of all, she had a friend. I told you guys, as soon as somebody says, can my friend join us? Run, literally
Yes.
run. And I got that part from Rob from Sweet Georgia Cafe when he told me, because that's where they work in pairs. So, but you got separated from that first girl. She left. You said she came up to this other girl. She came up to your room. You had some drinks. What were you drinking, by the way?
We was drinking just a face of beers. We had ordered room service, so we was drinking Heineken, and she was drinking liquor too. She was drinking liquor and she was drinking Heinekens. But I was
Did
just
you
drinking
have the
Heineken.
liquor? Did you have the liquor and the beer?
Yes, she had the liquor and the beer. Yes, I just had
She
the
brought
beer.
it with her?
We ordered room service.
Oh, okay. Damn, man,
Yeah.
you let her buy drinks? And okay. So
Well, it was my birthday.
I gotta ask you though. Let me ask you, Tony. You never thought, I mean, I've done video after video after video about being scoped. Just posted one a couple of days ago about them catching some people who were scoping, girls and guys. You never in the back of your head start thinking, maybe I need to maybe not drink around her? I mean, what were your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, my thought is that I've been doing this for a while, and I pretty much know how to vet women very well. And the one thing about this specific hotel, it has layers and layers and layers of security to prevent from you getting scoped. They had her ID, they know where she lived. We have security in the building. Sometimes the police come in here too. So we let her know from the beginning that if you try anything, you're going to go to jail. So we put that fear in her. And she was, another thing, excuse me. Another thing, I've been communicating with this girl for over a year. I mean, we have like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of texts and video chatting. I met her sister. I met her mom. So I thought that she would be somebody that I could probably trust, because I do have other girlfriends in Medellin, just friends that that we've been friends for years. And I was able to vet them very well too. And they never did anything to hurt me. So, but yes, to be honest with you, on the back of my mind, especially when I had both of them, we was by the swimming pool and we was on the patio and it was getting drinks and drinks was moving around. Yes, it was in the back of my mind and I was very nervous. Yes, I was. Absolutely right.
Well, when you said she was saying these things, did she speak English?
Like she would say something like, like just little like words, like she would say, like bring the police. Like she knew just a little English, but not much. She said, I call police. I call police. I call police. And that's when, that's when I left. I said, I need to get security to get this woman out, So when the security came in here, when the lights was off and they turned the lights on, she was like in a corner. I'm telling you, it was like something out of a horror movie. It's like she was actually possessed. Because
so wait a minute. You left the room and came back with somebody, and when you came back, all the lights were out?
All the lights were out.
And she was over in the corner crying.
She was on the corner crying with I'm talking about with black tears coming out of her eyes.
Her mascara.
Down her face.
Yes. So
she looked up at the both of us. She looked up at the both of us, and the security guy. You should see the way he looked at me. He was like, he said, "What?" He was like, I mean, it was. I have never experienced. I've been to Colombia so many times that I have never experienced anything like this before. I mean, it was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, like within seconds, her demeanor just changed. She went from being completely happy to completely just mean, just hateful, and so what happened was I told the security, so the security told me, actually, he told me to step out of the room for me and let me talk to her. So he said, just get out the room for a minute. Just let me just talk to her. And he was screaming at her, screaming at him. You know, they were speaking Spanish really fast between each other. They was going real fast, you know, because I was kind of listening out in the hallway, you know. So I walked in a little bit, you know, so he gets her to walk towards the bed. And he sits down. He told me to sit down on the bed. And I sat down on the bed right next to him. And I told him, I said, man, what is going on with this girl? She said that she won't leave until you pay her. She said,
okay, so hang on 1 second. I've already played it at the beginning, but let's pause for a second and I'll run that video again right here.
Okay.
Ay, mi vida. Por algo estoy aquí con el que para no me besan, bueno, ok.
Obviamente.
Pero no importa, María Isabel.
Okay, ask her what she called Uber. Okay, when I give it to her, she will get Uber, right?
No, déjale con toda la cara que esa que me pague para volver a lo
No,
mismo.
no 1 hour. She no 1 hour.
Okay.
O sea, que me pague, que él tenía la plata y la volvió a guardar, le pagó Natalia, la volvió a guardar. Entonces yo, ¿qué? Como un culo, ¿qué? No.
No 1
Ya
hour.
me baño conociendo,
No
¿no?
1 hour, man.
De una vez me con vos. Igual que me lo plata y no sé cómo se le da a Natalia y ya. Lo mío. Natalia no hizo nada con el baby, yo hoy estoy con él todo, entonces yo no hago ni mierda, ¿no? ¿Qué pasa, Tony? ¿Qué pasa?
Inglés es muy mal.
No es que no importa la iglesia. Tú lo de menos. Pensaba que la tenía.
Here you go. Take it.
No.
Sí, ya casado.
Yeah, just small bills.
Él contó.
Yeah.
Supuestamente faltaban 50.000, pero no importa.
Okay.
Y él igual. Vamos. Gracias, Tony.
Llamo a la policía. Did you call the police?
No,
It's rob.
it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Is that?
Just let it go. I just want her out. I want her to leave me alone. Yeah, I know. Nothing I can do.
Tony, sorry.
She's going now, so.
It's the nicer. Es lo mejor.
Okay, so we're back. So now everybody has a chance to see exactly. He had the foresight to pull his camera out and videotape at least the conversation. You see a little bit of her face and so on. By the way, how old did she say she was?
25.
25. And what I'm going to tell you, Tony, the running theme in your story and a bunch of other stories that I've heard and I've interviewed on here is that they were experienced. They never had these problems before. They know how to vet girls. They know how to move around, but yet they got. So, and I'm going to say you got because you paid her some money and it could have been way worse. It could have been way worse because even though she turned in her IDs, you don't know how old she was. And who's to say that she's not working with the guy at the front desk? I mean, hell, you left the room and let them talk together too. So the main reason I wanted to get this story out here quickly is because my whole thing is I want people to travel. I want people to get that enjoyment out of traveling internationally. I want them to enjoy Medellin and any other Central and South America, anywhere in the world, travel, see the world. but do it safely. So this is one of these things, because I hadn't heard about this and never thought of, man, maybe she may just come up and start crying, and that's her thing. She shows up at your apartment, she starts crying, and she could have yelled out something else. And you know this. She could have yelled out something else, which would have, you know, you would have been in a world of hurt. And man, you guys got to be careful, man, because this may be a new scam where they just start crying and then they threaten you for money. Like this is what happened to you. She started asking you for money. I think it was, I forgot what you told me, 400 mil or something like that, which was, I forgot, 90, whatever it was, it was like $90 something. So did you give her the whole $90 or, I mean, 400,000 or?
It was 400,000 pesos because the money that we got was supposed to be for expenses for our trip. You know, like going to the zoological center and going to all these different places in Medellin, and it's supposed to cover our cab expenses. She knew what the money was for. I mean, she knew, you know, and not only that, I was helping her a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know that she has a little girl. She had a 4-year-old girl. She said, can you just help me with little expenses with my girl because I have somebody babysitting her. My grandma is babysitting my little girl, Maria. Her name was Maria. I said, okay, I have no problems with that because we was gonna spend, because like I said, what I was doing with her was in the works for a long time. This is not a girl I just pulled off the streets or met on Tinder yesterday and got in here doing all this. We talked about this like in January of this year that we was gonna do this. And all the videos and video chats. And I mean, what I'm trying to tell you, the person that I could show you that she was before, that what she became when she came into this room is like two totally different people. So we had everything all mapped out and she was excited about it. And evidently, I don't know what happened with Mayor. Well, I do have a theory what Mayor probably snapped because I talked to the lobby manager and he told me he see this type of stuff all the time.
He sees what type of stuff? The scam or?
Yep, the scam. He said that foreigners come over here and the girls, they extort them. This is what the manager told me down here at this hotel. He said that they scammed, the guy would call the girl to come over, girl would come over, and then they may have a set price, but then the girl will up the price. Say, well, no, you know, I had to pay cab drivers and I had to pay my mom instead of maybe 400,000 pesos. They would say, well, you owe me 600,000. And then there's like a disagreement between them and the individual, and then they resort to extortion. And this is what's the scary. This is what the scary part is that the manager told me that happens. If they are on drugs or using drugs or bringing drugs into your hotel room, whatever, they can tell the cops that you sold it to them. You gave it to them. And the cops will take you in for questioning. They will take you to jail. That's all she has to say.
Okay,
that's
man,
a new thing.
You are lucky. And the first thing, once you told me the stories, I said, man, get the heck out of there. Get the heck out of there. She knows where you are. Get the heck out of there. So I'm glad you at least had the foresight to get the heck out of there. So, yeah. I mean, are you planning on going back to Colombia after this?
Like I said, I'm not new to Colombia. I've been to Colombia several times before. But I've been to Medellin before. Also, this is not my first time. DC Rob, something is different down here. I mean, it's not the same to me. I mean, I'm not saying everybody's bad. There are really good people down here. So I'm not saying every individual is bad or anything like that. But it's like now, I just feel that, even though I had to leave the hotel and get another room, it's like, technically right now, I don't feel safe down here anymore like I did before, because even all the other times when I went to Colombia, extortion was the first thing always behind my mind. I say, what you know, any woman that I was with in the past, what if she decides to lie on you just to get money out of you? You know, and it never happened to me before. This is the first time that something like this has ever happened to me before. And let me tell you something, I'm just gonna add this in too, DC Rob. I was robbed twice actually, because I went to the mall and I had money. This is really crazy, DC Rob. I went to the ATM machine, withdrew some money out, put the money in my pocket, went to the grocery store. They have a grocery store here in El Poblado. I went to the grocery store, it's called Jumbo's, really nice supermarket. Bought a few items to bring back to my room, right? I come back home, put my groceries down, my money is gone out of my pocket, just like that. I say, how did they do that? I mean, I know I'm just like putting my hand in my pocket. I was like, I have zippers on the side of my pants. They actually must have zipped zip the pants down on the side, the zipper on the side, must have been able to reach into my pocket and take the money out.
Where?
I was like,
in your hotel room?
No, at the supermarket, at the mall.
Oh, yeah, that jumbo is all the way at the bottom, right? All the way at the basement.
Yeah, down at the bottom. Yeah, down at the bottom, right. So soon as I got home, I walked back to the hotel. I put my groceries down and everything. I was reaching into my pocket to pull the money that I got out of the ATM. It was gone. I'm like, how was they able to do this? You know, because you have to pull the zipper down to get into my pocket. So they must have, I don't know how they did it. So that kind of added to the frustration. So I had just got robbed the day before, and then I get robbed again when I go to the ATM at the grocery store, by the grocery store. You know, so it's like, I don't know. I had a talk with the manager downstairs, and he said that these girls out here. One thing I noticed, DC Rob, is that when I'm with these girls, some of these girls, I noticed even the nice ones. I mean, I'm not, like I said, all of them are not bad. You know, there are good ones out here, but I know that there's something broken inside of them. It's like something's wrong, you know. And even my friend, I told my friend that lives here in Colombia, in Medellin, I told her about what happened. And I knew her for 4 years, but since I've been coming down here, she said, don't worry, let me come. I'm coming to see you right now. So she came and see me. She said, I'm so sorry this happened to you and stuff like that. She said, I am really, really so sorry. And the manager down at the lobby, he said, this happens to foreigners all the time. And me personally, do I recommend dating here in Medellin? No, I wouldn't do it, because it's coming to the point, like, it's like Russian roulette. You know, it's like anytime that you maybe get in contact with a working girl, I'm just keep it, you know, clean, a working girl, chances are something bad is going to happen to you. And I know girls here that are working girls, you know, that want to come and see me, but I say, I cannot, you know, I can't see you, I'm sorry. And some of them are very, like I said, everybody's not bad. Some of them are very nice people. Like when I came here last year, 2 or 3 of them came to see me. We said, you know, we had a good time. You know, we go for walks in the park and everything. It was very good to me and stuff. But now, like, they want to come see me, and I'm like, I'm not really interested. So basically, I just got one person that I know at least 5 years here in Colombia. She comes by and she checks on me and makes sure that I'm okay. You know, we talk and things like that. And she's been a really cool person. But as far as dating down here, things are just, it's not the same like it was before, you know. So me personally, I would advise people stay away. You know, I would advise people to stay away. If you come down here to eat and go, and that's it. As far as dealing with, you know, certain people, I would just let it go.
Well, there's always a common denominator. In this case, it's always girls or women. So, I mean, guys, if you're going to go down there, you got to be careful. And that's the reason I wanted Tony to jump on.
You got to be real careful.
You got to be careful. I mean, I know I do these videos and I get every freaking video. I get somebody saying I'm fear mongering, and that's fine. They can say, I mean, everybody can say what they want. I'm putting these type of videos out to let you guys know that these things can happen from an experienced traveler, from somebody who goes there often, from somebody who's dated there before, from somebody who, I mean, you just have to be careful, and you have to speak Spanish too. I don't know how you communicated with her with an app or whatever, but you got to be able to listen to what the conversation is when she's talking to somebody else. This may be some new scam that they're running. It's extortion, point blank, and you can get extorted. This could be way worse. So I want you to leave this story feeling blessed that you are able and we're able to get up out of there and have it not be worse. Because if you get caught up in their system, it's going to be a problem. Tell us anyway, anything you want to share with the viewers right now, any advice that you want to leave them with?
Okay, for my investigation about this girl, from the faculty, I mean, from the managers and the people that works at the hotel, they also told me something else. They say drug use is very common here also. You know, there's a drug here called Tootsie that they snort it, and it alters their mindset.
I can barely hear you, Tony.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
It's your voice is real low.
Okay, what about now?
Okay.
Okay. He told me that that there's a drug called Tootsie that they use out here that's very common. It's mixed with cocaine. Because he said, man, look where you are. You're in Colombia. This is the cocaine. He actually said that. And he said, this is what he said. I'm not saying all, but he said most of these girls down here, they are addicted to that drug. And when I showed him the video of what the girl was doing in my room, he said, yep. Because he noticed the way how she kept doing like this, like, he said, yep. He said, that's what she's been doing. He said, that's what happened to you. Because when she was in the room, when she was in the hotel room with me, she went into the bathroom like several times. She would go to the bathroom and close the door, and she'll come back out. And the manager here told me that a lot of these younger girls here are using drugs called Tootsie, and it's a form of cocaine. And he said that's what foreigners get in trouble with, you know, when these girls come in and they use the drugs and they get high and it alters their mental state. Because that's exactly what happened to the young lady that I brought into the room. But I'm telling you, if you come down here, me personally, it's not worth it. Because I think once I probably leave this time, I'm probably not coming back here because this is too much. Because they even got drugs now that they don't have to put in your drinks. They can put it on your skin or blow it in your face or rub it on your nose or something. So there's other ways you can get drug dying other than scopolamine.
Exactly. So there's way more than that stuff, and they mix in fentanyl and all kind of. I mean, it's just crazy now. So I'm going to leave it here, Tony. But I want to leave the viewers with one last message: be careful. I mean, if you're going to go down, and you guys are still going to go, no matter what I say, no matter what anybody says, it happened to them. They think it's never going to happen to the other person. It's never going to happen to them. They're going to take that chance and go down. However you met her. Everybody thinks that they can't get got, but we can all get got. I've been got. Everybody's been got. And if you haven't been got, you just didn't know it. You know, you lost some money and you didn't realize how you lost it, or you just got to factor that stuff in. But be careful when you travel. I say still go to Colombia, still go to Medellin. I have to still go down and get my teeth checked on. So still go, but watch your activities, watch who you're with. Get by Sweet Georgia Cafe. That's your home base. Let people know you're in town. Meet people. Okay. If you go there and you don't associate with any other Americans, nobody knows you're there. I mean,
Okay.
you can tell your family back home that you were there, but it doesn't mean anything unless somebody is there that knows you. And when the next day you come up missing, you tell them, look, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you the next day. They don't see you. They know to reach out. They know they can reach out. Everybody that watches this channel knows that I'm accessible. They can reach out to me and ask me, have you heard whatever happened to old boy? Whatever happened to dude? And then we'll do a little research. But be careful when you go in. I'm going to leave it at that. But was there anything else, Tony, that you wanted to add in at the last minute?
Everybody, please listen to DC Rob. Please, because this stuff, it can happen so fast. That situation happened in the blink of an eye. And matter of fact, I'm going to leave this one last thing for you. The other manager down there said if he was working that night, he would have called the police. And if the police would have came, they would have taken us both away. So I would have ended up in the station in Medellin, in the police station. That it could have went really, really bad. You know what I'm saying? But the first, I'm just gonna say this right before I go. The first situation, I treated this situation like a fire. You know what I'm saying? People probably ask me, well, why did you give her the money? It was like, okay, it's like, let's say if you're in your house and you're cooking and the rag catches on fire, right? But you know that if you don't get the fire out, there's a possibility that the fire can spread even larger. And you go get the fire extinguisher and you put the fire out right away. That's the reason why I gave her the money, because if it would have escalated into the police coming, then the police would have taken us both away, and then it could have created even more extortion, because she's going to make up stories. They could have said that, well, she said that you sexually assaulted her, you know, but she said she'll make it go away if you give her more money. See, that's what some told me, say, do not, because a hotel wanted me to call the police. They say, call the police because she's stealing from you. I say, just let her have it. Just get her out. So that's how I want to leave it. I know we're going to cut this out, but listen to DC Rob, please, because this has never happened to me before, and things could have really went really bad. If the police would have came, we both would end up in the station. And they would have kept us there, and they would have did an investigation. That's what could have happened, and that's what the manager downstairs. Even though the management was on my side, they knew that the girl was extorting money from me, and they know that she was stealing. They said, "Man, you should call the police. This girl is stealing from you. Let us call the police and deal with her." I said, "No, don't call the police. Just give her the money and let her go." You know. So that's all I want to say. Okay.
Gotcha. Well, again, I appreciate you coming on, Tony. Again, to my viewers, this is for you. I wanted to put this out as soon as possible so that you're aware of just another way the desperate are coming for you. People are desperate down there. Remember, they need the money, so they're doing what they have to survive. So be safe. We'll end it now, Tony. I appreciate you jumping on. We'll talk soon. Everybody, stay tuned. And again, watch out for my new channel, Big City Houston. Next video probably coming out tomorrow. First video coming out tomorrow. So We'll talk later.
No doubt. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Bye.
So I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you go down and hit subscribe. And definitely like. It helps that YouTube algorithm. You know what I'm talking about? See what I'm saying?
We have a YouTube channel. Like it. Please comment and share if you like the video. Please subscribe and kick the bell.